When are you going to step up and stop letting your values be shoved to the dirt, be squished to the ground like an ant? That is what you are allowing to happen. For 99% of you listening, you don't have the courage, the guts to step up. You make excuses everywhere you are. When you're at school and liberal propaganda is being pushed down you, which, as someone in the public school system, I can attest to the fact that there is constant liberal propaganda being shoved at us. But most of you, you will just step back and will allow it to happen. Maybe you'll make some jokes with some friends you have, but you're not going to speak aloud to the class. You're not going to raise your hand and call it out for what it is. And if you have a job and are at work, you're not going to step up, of course. Why? Because you don't want to get on the bad side of your coworkers, man. You don't want to risk getting fired over what? Just your values? Everything that makes you you, everything that makes you unique, everything that you deeply care about. Oh, but it's not worth it, right, man? Now, you're not going to do it in your friend group because there's probably one or two liberals in there. Oh, you'd hate to offend them, right? You'd hate to go against their values and make them feel left out or something. You don't want to get on their bad side. You're also not going to go up into public and make a stand for your values. Let's not pretend like you're doing anything there easy either, because you don't want these strangers to think weird of you. They don't want to think, you don't want them to think that you're some kind of conservative nutshell, some kind of tinfoil hat wearing wild southern man or whatever they'd call you, a hillbilly redneck. But, like, you just gotta, there's a point where you have to make a stand. You can't keep making all these excuses for yourself. Once you just gotta start practicing, you gotta go out. When you hear someone go against your values, you gotta understand that this is a war for our society, a war for our community. And the people that speak up more and that can and are capable of spreading the message through the public, that side's gonna win. That's why the left has been winning for the last 100 years. Their ideas, it's easier to spread through the public. It's easier to grasp onto for someone that doesn't really want to think too much. Leftist ideas are great. They sound really nice. They sound very kind. So it's easy to go out and speak up about them. Right-leaning ideas, a lot of times the people on that side, a lot of us, they have like this weird idea of it's more civil to just sit back and let your country die than to stand up for your values. Like, oh, well, it's rude to talk about what you care about. It's rude to bring up Christianity. It's rude to bring up conservatism. It's like that's some BS. It's not rude to care about your community, care about your country. We are in a war, a literal war for our society, and you're just going to sit back and be weak, be pushed around. You're going to take it. I'm disgusted by you. I think you're weak. I don't think that you're the type of dude to go and drink a raw egg. Yeah, that's what a real man does. Drinks a raw egg. Getting a little off topic here. But the truth is, there comes a point where you just have to make a stand. And conservatism, it's losing because we refuse to make stands over and over again. And it's time to change that. We need to start pushing in the other direction. I am doing what I can to speak up. I mean, that's why I have this podcast or YouTube channel or whatever you want to call it. I speak up at school all the time. I mean, I don't care anymore. Like, what's the worst that they're gonna do to me? Get mad, send me to the office or whatever? I don't care. It doesn't matter in the long run. What does matter is my community. And remember this, what you're doing by fighting for conservatism, as long as you're doing it in a good manner, is you're fighting for God, right? Because what this really, it's a spiritual, everything comes down to this spiritual battle when it comes down to it. And when you are on the judgment seat of God, what do you want to be? Do you want to be the guy that just kind of went along with the flow, never stood up for anything your whole life, never converted anybody to Christianity, somebody who never spread the good word? Or do you want to get to the judgment seat of God, for him to look pleased upon you, that you did something good for the world? That's what I want to be. I want to be somebody that can help Christ. I want to I want to do something great. I want to make a change in this world. I want to lead society in a better direction. I want to put my life and devote it towards all that matters, and that is the eternal battle between Christ and the devil. And when you don't speak up, remember, every time you don't speak up, you took the side of the devil. Every action you take, you have a chance to pick sides. And when you choose not to speak up and you choose to let negative values disintegrate our country to be just create such degeneracy, you took the side of the devil by not speaking up. Because that's what it truly is. There's no in between when it comes down to it. You're not, oh, well, I'm not picking sides. No, when you're not on Christ's side, you're on the devil's side. So it's time to start speaking up. It's time to start making a change. Be the change. Because you can't keep asking for it and you can't keep complaining until you're actually doing something about it. So stop being so afraid. Because what are you afraid of? Liberals aren't going to like you? Guess what? They already don't like you, buddy. Stop being scared. Fear is for the weak. Fear is used to keep you down. It's used to keep me down. It's used to silence our voices. So let's make a change now. But that's all I have for y'all. So this has been Strange Investigations. Subscribe if you enjoyed. We post 2 times a day here with a mix of conspiracies, politics, and self-improvement. So, like I said, like and subscribe. I have been Ron Swanson signing off once again. So long, peace out, and God bless y'all.